We about to open up a whole can of primatology discussion. So sit your candy ass down, because it's monkey time, bitch. Gorilla Radio. Turn that shit to a reasonable volume so as to be considerate of others.
Monkeys go directly to hell.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gorilla Radio Show. I have no idea what episode this is because I don't know exactly why you're listening to this.
I show up every 2 weeks and just to see what Austin says.
But if it's not on the Patreon, that means that, hey, you could be watching a lot of episodes just like this
I
one.
don't think this is on the
where
Patreon.
we talk about movies. Exactly. So, as always, I'm here, Chandran. Greg and Austin joining me as always, because this is my show. We also have a guest for today to talk about monkey movies.
Hi.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Nicole, your friend from Marvelous or the Death of Cinema. And I watched all these monkey movie reboots of series from the 60s and 70s I have not seen any of.
You don't really need to. You don't need to.
That's not true.
I did
You
not
need to
have
watch the
time.
original movies.
I did not have time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch the James Franco Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I was like, this is very FX has the movies core, but it's solid.
Yeah, it really is.
He literally destroyed the world trying to solve
Alzheimer's.
What is it? Alzheimer's. I was like, it's not autism, it's Alzheimer's.
That would be funny if he was trying to solve autism.
James Franco has found the cure to autism, and it's gonna kill us all.
Okay, but that version of Rise of Planet of the Apes would go fucking nuts.
I mean,
fucking crazy.
I feel like
the
this
old
might be
guy
insensitive to make, but
he's like not having trouble remembering how to play the piano. He's just really invested in his model train set. It's destroying the family.
You know, I think Rise of the Planet of the Apes is the only one of these movies that I've seen all the way through.
It's not even the best one.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no,
and,
the other two are way better.
They probably are, but you know, we've been doing this
Okay.
series now for months, and I just kind of tune in for a little bit of the movie, and I'm like, this fucking sucks, and then I just stop paying attention.
Okay, you know what? I want to go ahead and talk about this because I know me and Austin, we have very differing opinions. What the fuck am I trying to say? Austin and I have incredibly differing opinions about these new movies. I personally think Rise is okay. I think Dawn is so boring I would rather eat nails. And I think I love War, but I love it because I think it's funny. I think it's funny that they made Caesar like grizzled.
They did make him very grizzled.
He's a silver daddy by that point.
He is.
Look, Logan
when
had
he
just
showed
come out
up with a little bit of silver. I was like, oh, I understand.
You started
the sex
fanning
appeal of
yourself like a
chimpanzee.
debutante.
Yeah, I was like, I should understand. I shouldn't have no relation.
Oh,
to this.
Damn, this chimp.
Before we get too into the trilogy preceding this, the new movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Greg saw
I watched it for free on X.com, the everything site.
Did it have the slots advertisement pop up every so often?
No, but
That
it did have like Chinese watermarks on the bottom.
Okay, so you did.
Well, that's
watch
how you
it.
know it's
Did you,
ethically
Greg?
I watched
sourced.
like most of it
Awesome.
at work,
Most.
and then the feed refreshed, and I lost the last like 25 minutes.
That's I think that's like the best way to watch this movie personally.
Oh yeah, not watching the last 25 minutes is great. We can tell you what happens because it's crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of the craziest part of the movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this is, by the way, I think my mic literally shut off as soon as the intro started. But I was trying to say it's episode 56. Even that's not necessary. But anyway, I just wanted to like, it's too late.
Now, man.
It's too late. It's far too late.
Sorry to say. Okay. Before we give it off to Nicole to tell us how they feel about these movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Austin, how do you feel about Rise, Dawn, and War of the Planet of the Apes?
My opinion is that for the first two, Rise and Dawn, Rise is like a solid movie. It was necessary to establish the setting and all that. Don't really care for James Franco. He could have.
Nobody does.
Don't care
Is
for
James
him.
Franco
It's
a
okay.
bad
You're not
person?
saying anything controversial.
I
Is
do
James
think
Franco a bad
he
person?
is. Yeah, I think so.
Did he do
I think
something?
he's
Is he a bad
ontologically
person?
evil,
Bad guy?
probably.
I think I wouldn't trust him.
No, Dave Franco's the bad person.
Both of them are pretty bad. You should look up
Listen.
his James, because I know James Franco. You just need to know this. James Franco taught at like NYU for a little while, and if you look up,
Oh, that's
like,
crazy.
his like rate your professor profile, there were just like students being like, yeah, he was eating like a whole Subway sandwich in the middle of class, and then he fell asleep, and then like he demanded to chase one of the students around, being like, "I'm a vampire." I'm not even joking.
I'm sorry,
That's
that's
so
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
Heavy. Yeah, this just makes me love James Franco. I'm a
Actually,
teacher.
we
I
like
understand
James
the stresses
Franco
of the
now.
profession. You know, sometimes being a teacher drives you to eat a whole Subway sandwich and chase your students around.
But my firm opinion is that in the first two movies, the human actors are mostly just there to make Andy Serkis look really good, and it works. And honestly, I disagree. I think Dawn of the Planet of the Apes it kind of rocks just a little bit. I mean, there is a scene of a bonobo charging through a wall of flames with a horse and two
With a
machine guns.
Fucking Uzis.
I love
Is
Yeah,
that the one where
just-
they're in the woods?
Yeah, I mean they're in the
I think
woods
the
in all
last
of
two are
them
both
because
in the
they're
woods.
apes.
It's only at the
They're in
end
the
of
woods and
Rise
there's
that
like
they go
they-
into the woods
there's
at
a
the end of
dam.
Rise.
Yeah, it's the damn one.
Okay.
Yeah, where's the
I saw that, I think.
hate that fucking dam. So
The
good.
dam is so.
That is a fucking
Fine.
video game plot arc. And it takes up the first 2 acts of the movie. I despise that dam. I hate all of
Okay.
those motherfuckers so
Okay.
deeply intensely.
Okay.
Sorry,
all
sorry
right,
you
can
can't
keep
muster
fucking trash,
passion.
dude.
Sorry you can't muster passion.
What did dams ever do to you?
I love dams in real life. I just don't. I
Do you
just
stick your finger in like the hole of the dam?
Yeah, and then you can see him come out, you know, and you feel the water pressure.
Plug
Love
it
a
up,
dam.
yeah.
We love to increase the water pressure of a flowing river, you know, a flowing water source.
There you
But
go.
Mhm.
There you go.
Right.
I hate those white people in that movie so much. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, those white people have a
Okay.
name. It's Woody Harrelson and
No, I love Woody Harrelson. He's evil as fuck.
Woody
The
Harrelson's
Oh,
so
Woody-
good in
yeah.
every
white
movie
guy.
The
ever.
third movie,
Who's like, okay, anyway, yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
I'm glad they went the route of getting crazy with it, and we're just like, fuck it. This chimpanzee is
Hey, wait, hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Before you finish, are we gonna get to it? But what's with the fucking birds?
Oh yeah,
And
so
the new movie?
that's
What's in
the
the
that's
new
the
one?
new movies. The
Yeah,
birds.
what's going on with the
They
birds?
raise eagles because it's their
I know. I
culture.
just doesn't make.
It's-
It didn't make sense.
It's like their pets.
It's
We'll talk
I
about
think
the
it's
birds.
supposed to be
Okay,
like
we should talk
a
about the birds. You can't do that with eagles.
Bro, think
but-
he Avatar.
yeah.
They're not
It did.
falcons.
Yeah,
It
they
did
can't do
feel
it.
sort
Eagles
of like
don't do that.
Avatar.
Otherwise, we would have
Eagles.
been doing that for like ever. We picked falcons
It-
'cause you can do that to falcons.
Don't worry, we can nitpick this movie as
I'm
much
gonna
as y'all
nitpick the
want.
shit out of that.
I will as well.
It felt like a more disappointing James Cameron. I think
Mhm.
what they did with this movie, with the new one.
Is this a James Cameron movie?
No,
No.
it's Wes Ball. I
Oh.
guess that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
The guy who did Maze Runner. I don't know.
He's gonna do the Zelda
Oh,
movie.
I
He's gonna
fucking
do
hated
Zelda.
Maze Runner.
He did not
Okay.
have the sauce that
No.
Reeves
Matt
has.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he didn't have the bravery to make chimpanzee Jesus.
I love Caesar as Jesus. That's so funny to me still. Okay, Nicole, what are your thoughts on these, the first part of the trilogy, I guess?
Yeah, so I mean, to preface this again, I have a whole podcast where the backbone of it is watching like MCU cape shit movies. You know, the
Mhm.
sort of most popular form of the blockbuster and IP there is. So I'd never seen these movies before we decided to do this. So I was like, all right, you know, I'm not gonna have time to watch the originals. I'm gonna start from Rise. Overall, they're a lot better than you'd think they would be. Rise is like a 3 out of 5 solid the main thing working against it is just James Franco is just like not working with material. There's some like
Not a
not really
charismatic performer.
he's no, not at all.
Never has been.
But the final set piece of them on the Golden Gate Bridge is really good. And Andy Serkis's performance, I mean, like throughout all of these like that main reboot trilogy, the whole movie kind of like lives and dies, or all of those movies, they live and die on his performance as like a motion capture actor and being able to emote through like all the CG. And he does it beautifully. War and Dawn are kind of I switch off on which I liked more, but they're step ups and improvements. I've seen a couple of Matt Reeves movies. Like I saw like he did like Cloverfield, he did the American remake of Let the Right One In, which is one of my favorite movies. Solid filmmaker. He has a vision. He knows how to frame a shot, and he knows how to make you care emotionally for CGI apes, which is impressive considering sort of like we've seen other examples of movies that are built around CG characters. Like I'm thinking immediately like that Lion King remake where it's just like, look at this unemotive lion. Look, he's smiling.
Yeah.
Can't you tell? And I mean, it's definitely helped by the fact that like monkeys and apes are more human in their facial features, and again, the god Andy Serkis being such a good performer. But I liked them. They're much, they're not the best things I've ever seen in terms of like modern recent blockbusters, but they're like a lot better than you would think a reboot of a series from the 60s and 70s would be. Like it's not cynical in that way, even though it's very kind of, at least the Reeves ones are very austere. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I'm sorry, it's mid. It's mid.
Oh, mid.
It's mid.
Okay.
It's mid.
Okay.
I was clouded, and admittedly, I think part of it was just with the knowledge that Wes Ball is going to be making the Legend of Zelda movie, and a lot of this just kind of felt like him auditioning for it. Like I kept sort of
that makes a lot of fucking sense. Actually, I had no idea.
That does make sense.
The movie simultaneously felt like too long and rushed, or like not enough like substance there.
Yeah,
It felt like a movie that would be perfect to watch in 3-minute increments with Subway Surfer underneath.
You clearly had the better viewing experience. I went to the fucking Alamo Draft House. The guy sitting next to me, who clearly really enjoyed the movie, but was still taking his phone out like every half an hour to like scroll through his text, and would occasionally like the moment Noah's egg gets broken, he went like, "Oh damn." Like anytime a monkey like fell off a cliff, it was like, "Oh shit." So clearly this movie has an
he was
audience,
enraptured.
But, I'm sorry, I miss the Ape Crew. I miss Bad Ape. I miss Maurice, Koba. We miss Koba, everybody.
We miss Koba so much.
I miss that evil ape so bad.
Koba should be
Proxima Caesar got nothing on Koba. Like you can't. Those are, Koba's giant shoes to fill, and just Proxima Caesar does not really feel like he doesn't show up until like an hour in the movie. And you don't really get a good build up for him, and he's just kind of like,
he didn't
Kevin
feel
Durant
written
is fine,
with
but
enough
it's just
depth to be the main villain.
No.
Which, speaking on that, the actor playing Proxima Caesar did say that he based the character on Elon Musk, but
I hate that shit.
I did not see that at all.
Yeah, I don't really see it. And also, he said it in a positive way, like, "Oh, I get compared to Elon Musk all the time," and I think that's
worrying.
It's worrying.
Okay,
I gotta kill this fucking guy.
So this man was tasked with playing a imperial like warlord, and he was like, Elon Musk is great and cool, and he reminds me of that so much. Do you not know what movie you're in? Are you not reading the script?
No. Just everybody, like, if you're like, oh, I gotta play Imperial Warlord, just be Caligula. Just act like Caligula.
Yeah, just fuck your sister. Go on. Go ahead.
Go hog wild. Go crazy with it.
give Proximus a harem, then we'll all know he's the bad guy.
That would actually work.
Chimp harem. You know what? Yes, I will sign off on a chimp harem.
That would be.
That would
like
chimp harem would look like.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think
for the Roman
looks like
thing.
we do a podcast about chimps.
Yeah.
I love monkey.
So
I was admittedly saying throughout like the first 10 minutes, like under my breath every so often, like monkey. And then kind of as the movie went along and I was like just kind of letting it wash over me, not like trying to engage but not really getting much in response. I was the monkeys were lessened as it went around. I was trying to give myself a pep talk monkey stim.
Yeah.
I do. Me and Austin, I think me and Austin went to go see it together. And I think we
in
were
IMAX, no less. We
in
got
IMAX.
the early screening posters, even though we weren't early.
Yeah.
The guy
We
didn't
were.
want to give
was
it to us too.
Thursday.
He's really being very stingy with them.
Yeah, we went to go see it on Thursday of when it released, right?
Mhm.
At 3:00, because I have work in the evenings. I got to see it early as possible. We give the guy our tickets, and he's like, and I'm like, oh wait, are these posters for people seeing Planet of the Apes? And he's like, yeah, but you got to see Planet of the Apes to get one. I'm like, well, man, you just ripped up my ticket. I'm gonna show you it again. We're going to go see Planet of the Apes. And we have the posters. So I had to ask twice for them. And there were so many, by the way, and it was
You wanted them all
It was
for
like a
himself.
whole
I
stack.
guess.
Yeah, right.
But listen, me and Austin, we were glued. We were locked in. We were actively popping off and like nudging each other.
Was
And
the
I think-
theater full at a
No.
3 p.m.
No,
showing
not
on
at
It
all.
was
Thursday?
there was a good amount of people in there, but it was a huge IMAX theater and they did not fill it up.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw an IMAX?
Yeah. But me and Austin were popping off. And I do think it's because we've been watching all of these fucking movies in order.
We watched the
Yeah.
old ones
Yeah.
as well, and
We've seen
they throw in
11
a lot
Planet
of.
the Apes movies.
Nets.
Yeah.
The Nets are back. I
Yeah,
know
they
that
brought
because
back
I
the
listened
Nets.
to your episode and you made a big fucking deal about the Nets.
I literally
We
got out of my seat when I saw the
when
Nets.
the Nets came back.
Um,
it felt like it felt nice to have that little reference, but not like have it be like the entire thing is just references.
Mhm.
That's something I think
Yeah.
the reboot trilogy and this does well, is that they don't overdo the references, but they're subtle. And like, for example, in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, when they have the ape shall not kill ape on the chalkboard,
Yeah.
it's the same as the last Planet of the Apes movie original. They had that on a chalkboard as well. But as like an overarching critique of the movie, rather than getting into any specifics on my end right now, I do think that it had the problem of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where it's very much setting up for the rest of the trilogy, but it doesn't have the novelty that Rise had, or the you know. So there wasn't much left. It was just
There's going to be
whole
a
lot
crazy
of,
payoff in like the 5th movie.
Yeah, Rise is
Yeah,
very
like-
much like an introduction, like the introduction to the trilogy, but like it's just solidly put together in such a way that like you can forgive it for that, right? It's hitting its beats and like it's enjoyable, and it doesn't take forever to watch. You know, it doesn't feel like it takes a million years to watch that movie.
The
Look,
second
I
one
was-
took fucking forever.
It
it
took so long
it
to
does
watch
take a
Dawn.
little bit.
I'm recalling it now, seeing it in a movie theater. It took fucking forever.
Right, the memories, they're all flooding
Yeah.
back to you.
Yeah, they're coming back
Nothing
to me
happens
now.
until
You're
like
thinking
almost
about
an hour and a half
pressing
of
your
that
head
movie.
against an ape, which I bet would feel really nice.
It would. I bet you it would.
It'd be so
Oh,
nice to
doing
have.
that
I think I would have.
That-
I think I would have a bond and an
Ooh.
understanding.
give
with the
Maurice a
apes.
Maurice,
Yeah.
I loved Maurice. He was
Maurice
was
really
That's my
nice.
homie.
He should
We're
have been
big
on
Maurice
the
Yeah.
fans here.
I don't like that they killed off the new orangutan in this movie so early. I was like, well, there goes the best, most interesting character. He's gone.
Well,
Bye-bye. He
yeah.
got
And
swept
that's
away
and
in
that's
the-
my
in the
thing
river.
with this movie, is it's just Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Like, it's not
Mhm.
taking any risks. It's
It's a
just
fantasy
doing,
movie.
It's just
It's a
doing like,
fantasy
Yeah.
film, I think.
if you can believe it, the movie starts out in an ordinary world where suddenly our young hero has a call to adventure,
Mhm.
and he meets a mentor along the way,
Yep.
and then there's tests and
Don't forget, he
allies
makes an
and enemies
unlikely
and
ally.
agents. Oh
He's got
yeah,
an
he
unlikely
makes an
ally.
unlikely ally,
Mhm.
right? Then there's an ordeal.
Yep, supermodel with some dirt smeared on her.
Yup.
I hate Nova or May. I hate her so much. Anyway,
they did, and it's like she wasn't like great in the part, but you can tell they just kind of like went on Google Images for actresses who kind of look like the original Nova.
Yeah, I love her character. I really don't like what that actress was doing with that role.
By original Nova, do you mean like the one from
the
War?
Sixth Night of
the Apes? Yeah.
The original.
They also have a Nova in War, which doesn't. It's weird that they brought back the Nova reference because I feel like that lessens the impact of the.
We don't need it anymore. I feel like I know we're already 18 minutes in, 20 minutes in. Let's introduce our cast of characters in this movie so we can talk about everybody. So
tear them down piece by piece.
Yeah, we can tear them down to shreds. Starting off with our young plucky hero Noah without an H.
His eyes are too fucking blue. He looks like a scary husky.
I thought it was so fucking funny that like the little blue-eyed boy was just named Noah, just straight up Noah. When I heard that, I was like, no way.
A little bit too on the nose.
Yeah. Where's his arc? We'll find out in the next movie, I guess. So we have Noah. He is the son of the Bird Master for this clan of. I think they're all chimps, right?
Yeah. They're like exclusively chimps. It was interesting.
Which is I'm cool. I'm cool with that. That's interesting.
I thought the implications of the world building were the most fascinating thing about the movie, but not the actual like content of the movie.
Itself,
the story.
But the world building, very cool. We love world building.
Yes. So this is the Eagle clan. His dad is the Bird Master, which I think basically makes him like one of the more important elders. There's a couple of elders. They're talking a lot about elders in the beginning of the movie. Mm-hmm. Noah goes out with his two buddies, whose names I don't remember.
Wait, hold on. I got the Wikipedia page open now. Suna, who is Noah's love interest. So yeah, there's some sexual tension between these chimps.
Yeah.
And Anaya, who is his no homo best friend, male life partner.
The homie.
Yeah. Okay. Who third wheels the entire movie, by the way.
Yeah,
like they forget that there's three people in this relationship, and there's like
this
Noah and Suna.
This is not.
It's Noah and Suna kind of
this triumvirate,
like longing looks, and then Anaya in the back just be like, "I'm here too." Don't forget
anyone want a banana?
Okay. Is he comedic relief in your opinion?
No, he's nothing.
Yeah,
he's nothing.
No.
He's just not there.
He doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't really. He doesn't really have
to
much of a character at all. Like,
Suna's character is love interest.
I feel like that was the advantage of like the Reeves sort of like cast of characters. Like Bad Ape is a character. Maurice is a character. Koba is a character. These guys. They're just kind of like
plot
empty
devices.
Spaces. They're plot devices in the sense of like, well, we need like people to be friends with our protagonists because that's what these moves are supposed to do. You're supposed to have a trio.
They're kind of like
what's
the fucking name? He's always talking to the Lone Ranger.
Oh, I don't know.
What the hell's his name?
Johnny Depp.
No. You know, his Native American counterpart.
Tonto?
Yeah.
He was just like, Tonto was just like created to give the Lone Ranger someone to talk to in the story, to move it forward. That's what they feel like.
Which, speaking of which, it was really interesting that like they did seem to take very much like this sort of metaphor that like his clan of chimpanzees was supposed to be the indigenous people almost.
The feather dress.
I sort of got that vibe.
Yeah, the feather dress and a lot of just how they're framed against, the Empire does make it seem like that, which is interesting. Interesting choice to make, Wes Ball.
It's interesting.
Yeah, what did he mean by this?
He was not
Mr. Ball.
So, there's a couple of Noah has a mom, because he's a good guy and he has a mom who he likes to take care of. He fixes her little fish drying thing, because all of these chimps eat fish. Question mark. I don't think that's what chimps do.
Yeah.
Where's the fruit?
Where's the bananas? Yeah.
It's been like the beginning of the movie says it's many generations later. I think I read some supplemental information that said like 300 years.
Too much goddamn time.
Yeah, I think like the Wikipedia or something said 23.
Yeah, how is
year
that fucking book still
2300
intact?
or something
That bothered
like that.
me. As someone who works with books
All
like
those
as
books
her
are-
as her
Yeah.
day job, I know like I know what happens after 300 years to a fucking book. It does not look like you just kind of left it in a closet for like 5 years.
Maybe the orangutans were like really, really dedicated
maybe
like
they were-
archivists, you know?
Yeah, maybe they were good like book conservators. They had a good lab going.
I
or
mean, that
something.
is okay. Well, let's talk about Raka because I do think that's the idea.
Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
I was just doing research. I was just looking up what all
Okay.
their names meant because I thought maybe because they were being framed as the indigenous people, maybe there's something to their names. But no. Noah, Hebrew, Koro, Polynesian, Suna, actually an Otomi name, but that's the only indigenous name of everybody. Everybody else is just from somewhere else.
Yeah, they did. I feel like they didn't. I don't know. Yeah, the naming could have been more interesting. I feel like because
Also, I didn't even know Anaya was a guy until like the end of the movie.
I could tell because
I just
different.
thought like
I will say something I like about the reboot trilogy, and you know this movie continues that in a sense, is how much attention they paid to like actual chimpanzees and apes in order to make the movie. Like obviously like the Maurice in the originals sounds like a fucking dinosaur, but that is straight up what orangutans sound like. And the face
they continue
Yeah.
that orangutan sound in this movie. The sounds are still pretty accurate, I feel like.
Yeah, the face markings of in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes were very interesting because I also have seen like juvenile / adolescent female chimpanzees with that exact same like almost mask like face marking, and I thought it was really interesting. Like they seem to pay a lot more attention to little details like that, but it's what makes like their refusal to take a big risk with the plot and story itself more disappointing, I feel like.
Yeah,
But-
they're not telling a compelling story with all this wonderful technology.
Because like they very clearly have people who are passionate and like very interested in details working on this. And like I think the idea of like a chimpanzee warlord that is obsessed with Roman history could have gone so many cooler
Could have gone
places.
crazy.
Oh my god.
It could've gone
could've
so
been
crazy.
Way
cool.
cooler
Oh
shit
my
going
god.
on.
Like the fact that he interpreted like he saw Caesar's name and like decided to like take that up and try to model his aesthetic around Roman Caesar is awesome and cool. And like there's like a lot of cool stuff going, like the implications of where I thought this movie was gonna go when we first heard like, oh, this is a band of like warriors fighting for Caesar. And like, oh, there's like differing factions on how they interpret like the teachings of Caesar or whatever, but they don't really go into like detail on that.
They
really.
don't. And we'll definitely talk about that more. I have some interesting notes about that.
Mhm.
But actually, no, I'll talk about it now because you know we
Yeah,
can
go
talk
for
about.
it, buddy.
We'll
Go for
let's
it.
talk about Raka and May.
Yeah.
So Raka is this big orangutan that Noah finds after he's left the village, his clan, to go hunt down the people who have raided his home, right? So Proximus has sent out his legionnaires, headed by this huge gorilla. I don't know what his name was. I don't see it here immediately.
Oh man, I just had that
It
shit
was
open.
Silva.
Yeah,
Silva. Yes. Silva Fox. I love Silva. He's
Silva
great.
Fox?
I think
Maybe.
so. I think that man's fucking.
He could
What is Silva? What do you think Silva backshot sounds like?
be. That's crazy. to say.
Crazy.
I feel,
Gorilla
I
eating
feel-
his
I feel like
chest.
gorillas are more the silent types. They you know what I mean?
Make no noise.
Yeah,
You never even know what happened.
they're real stoic about it.
What's that fucking newspaper joke from 18 whatever?
Oh, that thing where it's like, did you hear about the escaped gorilla? No, that's because I'm a very quiet gorilla. And then there's muffled sounds of gorilla violence.
Yep. shout out whoever wrote that back in 1850.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, they're probably long dead, but
yeah, shout out. Come on the pod sometime.
When you're on the other plane, when you're in the ethereal plane. The shout outs matter still. They matter more, actually, probably.
Yeah.
That's how you continue.
That's how you leave purgatory.
For real.
Is you get podcast shout outs.
Okay, so Raka is burning the corpse of his ally, compatriot, lover. When Noah finds him.
Yeah.
He literally is like, it was just me and him. We were all that was left. You know, he was my closest friend. I cherished him deeply.
He was my boo.
I think it would be funny if they did like a little wink to the camera and it was like, by the way, this orangutan's gay. and just like like had him
so they uncover the body and his hand is just doing like I forgot this isn't a visual podcast medium. I did the limp wrist.
It's okay. Our viewers are used to us doing visual things at each other.
And just not elaborating.
Like, they just never get context.
So Raka he tells Noah that he is the inheritor of the ideology of Caesar, basically. That he knows the truth. He knows what Caesar was really about. And to prove it, he's Moses. And to prove it, he's got a little pendant, a little necklace with the James Franco attic window detail, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, they meet this white woman. May.
this goddamn supermodel who just rolled around the dirt for like 2 seconds.
I know.
Yeah,
that's my big problem with like all of the Planet of the Apes movies, like the Tim Burton one, the originals, and now this one, is that like they have like these bedraggled, gross looking humans, and then like the main like human woman lead is always just like normal with makeup,
stunning.
But like just like rolled in a little bit of dirt. You know?
Yeah, she needs.
Maybe they're continuing the trope. Maybe they're doing a trope now.
It's fair to say they subvert
because they
it
really
by the
did
end.
just kind of find her look like. What was her name in the original? Who was the actress?
Nova. Oh, the actress?
No,
dude.
And like to their credit, they do subvert it by having her secretly not be one of the feral humans. She's actually a smart human.
Yeah. Linda Harrison. They just found a Linda Harrison lookalike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
there's a weird joke about her smelling really bad.
They like
they
this
hate
bitch
how
stink.
she smells.
Like pee you.
So Raka, you know, when they find out that May's following them, Raka's like, "Oh, Noah, you can't shun the humans. Caesar wanted us to live in peace with them, you know." So he, you know, gives her food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he names her Nova, and he's like, "We name all humans Nova."
I thought that was a dumb joke. It was not even.
But the thing I want to talk about here, and this was the only note I wrote, and I wrote this like as soon as I finished watching the movie because I could not stop thinking about that stupid fucking pendant. Because Raka dies before he's able to actually communicate anything of meaning to Noah.
Yeah.
Right? Which is
they jumped the gun on killing him, I think.
Yeah, like you can kill him at the beat. I understand he has to die. That's his role.
He's Obi-Wan. He has to die.
And you know, I mean, I imagine the second movie, Noah will find another mentor to continue his ideology training or whatever, right? Which I honestly doubt. I doubt these movies will ever express a real opinion on anything.
Yeah.
And I think that is simply because instead of choosing to name this movie Empire of the Planet of the Apes, they named it Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which means nothing. Because there's no kingdom.
Yeah,
there's an empire. There's an empire.
Beach resort. That's it.
Like
Beach Resort of the Planet of the Apes. There you go. That's a more accurate title.
That's really
I got really excited when I found out that like they were going in like an actual like government vault. I was like, oh, what are they gonna do like a commentary? Because like for how objectively like not good the original Planet of the Apes after the original one are. They did go they were brave enough to just go very in on a social commentary that they thought was relevant.
They were trying to say something.
Yeah.
They said a couple of things that they all conflicted with each other.
Yeah.
They said some things they shouldn't have said.
Yeah, they all
They did indeed.
But
They
at
did
least
indeed.
they had the gusto to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big point I have about this movie, is this pendant, because Raka is like, this is what Caesar's ideology was about. He wanted us to live in peace with the humans. He wanted us to coexist with the humans. That's basically about as much as he gets out. Before he gives Noah his pendant. And he's like, I want you to keep this. I want you to think about the things I've told you. XYZ, right? Proxima Caesar, not the gorilla, not Silva, but one of the other, I think baboon or bonobo soldiers kills Raka, throws him off the boat or off the bridge.
It might have been. I can't remember if it was the gorilla, but
it wasn't Silva. Silva wasn't in that scene.
Okay.
Silva wasn't.
And if Silva was on that scene, he was on either side of the bridge, not underneath the bridge with all the other guys.
Yeah.
So Raka, like, hey, I'm the last person who can, who can vanguard this idea. I want you to take up this struggle, basically. No, it's and of course the movie is all about, hey, what if apes get human knowledge, right? What if human knowledge is passed on to the apes? So would that be so bad? What would be the consequences of that? We also don't get an answer to that because of May. And I think it's really interesting that after May, destroys the vault, Noah was helping her with this plan, and Noah's an idiot. Noah's a naive idiot, and hopefully he will not be that in the next movie. Because they've entrusted him to run a whole fucking clan now. I don't agree with that decision.
The scary blue-eyed fucking chimp.
So Raka gives it, husky chimp. Raka gives it to Noah as like, hey, I want you to think about this. I want you to propel this idea forward. And then Noah gives it to May, who he knows has just betrayed him.
Yeah.
Substantially. And substantially betrayed him in everything that apes are doing. And she ardently does not want apes to have any human technology or human knowledge at all of the world.
Yeah, she's like, it's not for apes.
It's
not
ours.
for monkey.
Yeah, she's just ape racist the entire movie.
It's like she's talking to a dog. It's like, not for you. And you're like, your dog's trying to drink out of your coffee cup.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah, but I think the most.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
All the fucking actors in this movie, other than what's his name from Shameless, kind of fucking suck.
William H. Tracy, the human actor.
William H. Macy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a William H. Macy, baby. Like,
he's great.
He's great. Everybody else in this movie,
Well, I mean that is one thing though, is that they did save a lot. Like, it was a very, for what it was, a almost fully CGI blockbuster. It was probably a quarter of the cost of most other blockbusters because they didn't get a star. They didn't get any stars for the movie.
Yeah, William H. Macy was the that's their only
that was the one guy.
recognizable actor.
I'm trying to think, who else in this have we ever seen before?
Not
the guy who plays Proxima Caesar. Has been
Kevin
in other
Durant,
movies.
probably. But
I mean, he's been in other movies. But everybody else's movies that they've been in are dog shit or literally soap operas.
I think we're all just kind of circling the main point, which is we all miss Andy Serkis.
we do miss Andy Serkis, but they can't bring him back because if they're having him play a different ape, then it would just be well, this is just
because Caesar they hold Caesar's funeral in the very first opening scene, and then it's 300 years later, which frankly I think is a bit too long of a time lapse, because I started it got me thinking and nitpicking at things. I'm like, that shouldn't be there. That should have rotted away a long ass time ago.
Where the fuck were they?
Was
it
still
around
California?
LA?
Yeah.
Are they still there?
SF, I think.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think.
Also, can I just say, I don't know, we might get here to the end of this fucking movie, but I had to just look up the last 20 minutes so that I knew what we were talking about. The only thing I can really hope is that movie number 4 they've looked up to see something in the sky. I really hope that the next movie starts with Marky Mark getting out of a pod.
No, God.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Tim Burton, he's back.
We've sworn vengeance against Tim Burton.
I will say, I do really enjoy Peter Macon as Rocka. I love Rocka.
Peter Macon's just a good actor, though.
I've never heard of him before.
Rocka's the best
I've seen him in
character.
things.
Rocka
He's
is
funny
fun.
and expressive, and there's some really great Rocka just facial expressions.
Yeah.
He just
Orangutans are just friends too.
He's in that fucking show that Seth MacFarlane made about
Orville.
The Orville. And
Yeah.
he's good in
Is it to
that.
be like the Cleveland show?
Yeah, they got Cleveland.
Who is he? But he is credited on Family Guy.
He's Lieutenant Commander Bortus in that. I've
he's
watched
like
a
the
couple
guy.
episodes of Orville. Yeah, he's the guy that everybody. He's the cigarette guy.
It's pretty good.
If you've
He's
seen
pretty
that
good.
TikTok of the Orville, the guys smoking the cigarettes, he's one of those guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty good. Like, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
he's
but they're
great.
But like they're all like B-list or below. You know, I feel like
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which I mean,
All
not
the
a
stars are
bad
here.
thing necessarily, but
yeah, if all your characters are CGI, might as well. But they were not all of them were putting in the performances. Not all of them.
They were
He
not
is
giving
He
what
is
was
a
needed.
voice in the Wolfenstein video games, though.
Okay.
Oh, good for
But,
him. Good gig, you can get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was really hoping that like it would like take a risk and go really in on
Yeah.
like this idea that there's just like these wildly different interpretations of Caesar and like how they're sort of replicating the conflicts of humans. But then at the end they just brought humans back and were like basically implying like next movie, I don't know, humans might be a threat again. There might be a conflict
Next
here.
movie, budget's a little smaller.
Y'all remember Beneath the Planet of the Apes when the humans had a super weapon and they were weird little fucking flesh freaks and with telekinetic powers and shit? That
Yeah, I
was
remember.
weird and interesting and cool.
That
having
sounds
the
weird and
fucking
interesting.
Having the humans
United
just-
States government, having NASA underground.
Yeah, like
is
having them just be
crazy.
How are
mostly
those
normal
satellites still
guys.
fucking working?
It
Like,
doesn't
that's
make
the
any
whole thing.
goddamn
It doesn't
sense.
make
Those
sense.
things fall out of orbit so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you're telling me y'all have maintained this structure for 300
Yeah.
years?
What the fuck?
Because like
With what?
I mean,
How?
maintained is maybe not maintained, right? Because they need to go get the encryption key and stuff. So like they obviously don't have.
But this felt like a
everything they
fucking video game.
need.
You got to
It felt
get
like
the
a video
encryption
game.
key to finish the game. Like
Yeah.
you got to.
I mean
like,
that's just the hero's journey. It's just that it's too like it plays it too safe. It's too standard, you know. And that's not to say it's a bad movie. I think it's of a certain quality that people have come to expect from blockbusters and maybe even of the Planet of the Apes movies, where
Mhm.
it's like it's good, it's a good watch, but you want something more of it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know though, but it is not an original IP, but it is just a reimagining. But I don't know how much do you think of that as indicative of, Wes Ball and this movie, or more so Hollywood not letting anybody take risks? Because
Well,
most movies
I-
are like this.
I read that like originally Wes Ball was supposed to write this too when it was announced, and he ended up not. So I mean
Interesting.
I don't know. And
Maybe we can't blame him
I
entirely.
guess I also just think like I don't know. This is the only Wes Ball movie I've seen, and like yeah, a lot of this looks pretty visually good. Like it's not super underlit, which is a huge problem in a lot of movies like this. I've found like they just like fired all like the lighting people, and they're I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Don't
but,
need
like,
them.
Y'all, lighting
It just-
people have not had a steady career in Hollywood for like 30
No.
years.
Yeah.
It's
No,
tragic.
it's
I-
bad. It's a crisis, but like
How much of
so
this
much
is
of
the
this
MCU's
movie-
fault, by the way?
I will say as a person who has to watch those movies, I would say I think they bear a significant amount of responsibility. But so much of this was just it was like pretty, but like pretty in the way like a desktop screensaver will look a little
Yeah,
bit. Where
a lot
it's,
of great
Yeah.
screensavers.
Yeah.
it didn't like it. Nothing really struck me like in terms of like framing and blocking and like mise en scène, whereas like I think Reeves, like I think about the opening of is it War, where it's No, yeah, war, like the sort of like the, because it's like constantly snowing, so you get that like visual sort of contrast, and like the opening of Dawn, where they're like all like lined up in an army, and they got like the face paint on. Like
Yeah.
there's a composition there, and I never really got a sense of composition in this movie.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I will say, like
No, not
even
at all.
even the set
There's
design.
a lot of great design.
Yeah, there's decent design, but that's
The
that's
set
not
design
for- that's
is
not for
also a
much.
little underwhelming as well, because like the main villain's lair doesn't have anything super interesting visually going on, but beyond the fact that it's like taking place in a old rusty battleship. Like the last movie, War, was like in a literal like US Navy like concentration camp as like the main
Yeah.
like it's very visually distinct. But yeah, I don't know. Biggest problem with the movie, didn't take enough risks. Didn't get silly with
it needed another twist. It needed
a
real
something.
good twist that wasn't just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's an encryption key and
I think-
humans live underground. Like I feel like that's like I haven't seen any of the original Planet of the Apes movie, and I know that's like there's like a human mutant like speaking population, so that doesn't feel like a
Yeah.
twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think really the issue is Proxima Caesar is not well considered as a character.
No.
What
Me
he
neither.
like a Roman Empire.
There should have been a
is not
fucking gladiator
thought
scene. Are
through.
you kidding me?
He should have.
Yeah!
He really should have had a harem. He should
There
have
should have
really
been
had
a
a harem. He's like
harem.
bonobo.
A harem, or had two monkeys fight each other to the death,
Right.
Absolutely.
and have him stand before it and go like,
And they brought back the ape crucifixes from the original series, but they didn't use
Yeah.
like they didn't
They didn't crucify anybody.
maybe they didn't want to do a repeat of War where like they did straight up crucify a lot of apes, but like
Hey, the Romans killed Jesus. We're allowed.
yeah,
Okay,
we're allowed to continue this
talking about
metaphor.
that.
Yeah.
But what was I say? I totally forgot it.
They didn't even give him like a Roman aesthetic. His like costume.
he had a crown and
Proxima
like
Caesar's.
do you have a cape?
Cape. Yeah, I had a big red
He had
cape.
like the shoulder harness.
They
Saul.
should have gave him a
None of
breastplate.
that is Roman though. Even the crown.
Yeah.
Give him laurels.
They should have given him the bangs, like the Caesar haircut.
Oh, that would
That the boy bands would
a
have in the
chimp with
90s.
turf bangs.
I should grow this out and do turf bangs.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Get that like barcode hairline.
Supermarket checkout looking ass.
Yeah.
Also, the ship base doesn't make a lot of sense.
the ship
the
base?
ship?
It would have rotted away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
and
would be
it
no
is
boat.
rotting away. It's rusting away, and but
yeah, but I
it's
mean,
not
there wouldn't
300
be
years.
anything
It
left.
shouldn't be
yeah.
there.
It's,
It
yeah.
would
Yeah,
be
it's-
pieces maybe sticking out of the water.
It's a little disappointing that like they've had 300 years, but they still haven't figured out anything beyond like what humans have figured out for them, the electric staff things.
They're not inventing anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you know,
all.
they-
Yeah, where did
and I
They're
those
just
think
come from?
that would
inhabiting
be-
previous
Those-
structures mostly.
It would be cool for like a movie that took place like when you say many generations of chimps and apes, that's like 90 years. Those motherfuckers don't live that long.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
they've got
that's like
hundreds and
5
hundreds of
generations at most.
generations.
Yeah.
They also, it feels like they backtracked. Like they spent the first 2 movies making them incredibly intelligent,
Mhm.
and now they're backtracking on that so they can bring people back without it having to be while keeping a technological imbalance. Because in 300 years, with the monkeys having essentially a head start, because they already have all
figured
the
out
human
horseback
technology they could
riding
want.
in the first like 10 years. You
They
know?
built a fucking. They had like the whole damn thing going on in the second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
They
keeping
had a
that
dam
going.
on the dam.
They did.
that's the thing. There's no like in the original movies, chimps were all doing like sciences. They were doing anthropology and shit. They were cultivating like
Yeah.
academic fields.
Yeah, that was funny.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. There's nobody's doing any kind of science at all.
Probably because they think that's too goofy. They think that's too campy. And I think if I have any real substantial criticism of this entire franchise of reboot movies, it's like it needs a little more camp. Like I think
Which yeah,
Takes
and it
itself
doesn't
too
even,
War-
it
War
doesn't
is
even
the
make
only
sense
movie
because
that,
the
like,
first
yeah.
seriously.
it doesn't even make sense because the first fucking 2 movies in the original series are based on them being like, fucking psychologists.
Yeah.
Chimp psychologists. Like, the science camp part of it is like, that's what made it special.
It's a sci-fi movie, folks. People should be doing
Yeah,
science
it's
in them,
not
maybe,
sci-fi
if you want to make
anymore.
if you want to make a big sci-fi blockbuster, have somebody do science.
No, you guys are right.
Real
like, it's
good
a fantasy
shortcut.
film now.
It is fantasy. But yeah, no, I mean, oh geez, fucking the closest to camp we get in like obviously like this reboot started when like being like super grizzly was still like very cool. It wasn't sort of a bit overdone at that point. But also, even like the grisliest movie, like the grittiest, I guess, War, still has like funny shit. Like they have Bad Ape, hilarious.
Bad Ape is wonderful.
It's a hilarious character.
Heartbreaking and funny at the same time.
Yeah, like I don't object to
a fully written character.
Yeah,
I don't object to comic relief characters. But and Bad Ape
they throw
was a
poop at
really
the
great
guys
comic
in
relief
War.
character.
Baby monkeys running around. I mean, just
Yeah.
the visual image of a monkey with an Uzi is fun.
Right,
And
yeah.
we got no monkeys have guns in this movie, which is like
There's
an
one monkey with a gun.
instant depletion of entertainment value.
Right, and like the thing is like
Give the monkey a gun.
yeah, to circle back, to have just like the big reveal be that like, oh, there's in the vault, there's like some tanks that they're not going to figure out how to use, and like maybe some guns. And like also having it be like, oh, actually, it is straight up just a key that she needs to retrieve. It's nothing like evil or crazy. I wanted there to be like a fucking warhead. I was getting so hyped in the build up when they were exploring this shit. I thought there was going to be like a fucking nuclear warhead.
Rocket asylum. Yeah, exactly. Which is so. I think that's the closest this movie has to commentary, I think, is that this big vault is primarily consists of weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are books, there are, like cultural artifacts left behind. So, people in the future or whoever needs this vault will have cultural artifacts. We'll have, the Noah and Anaya and Suna find the little kids library and they see the little zoo book, like, oh, there's rhinos and there's apes in their cages, and they're like and they're like shocked by that. And I think that's when they're all like, should we be trusting this lady, or do we make a big mistake here? Which I know I said earlier that Noah's an idiot and I hate him. I do like that he is kind of he's a kid. I like that he's naive. I like that he makes all the wrong decisions in this movie. Because I want my protagonists, I don't want to have to like my protagonists. I want a protagonist who needs to earn something from me. I want to experience a dude. I want to understand a guy. See what they're all about.
And that's the thing. I feel like this is a very like blank slate movie because I think Wes Ball gave an interview like right around the time of the release that he said he wanted to do something, quote, Shakespearean in the sequels. So like, I'm not sure what he means by that, but like, I feel like this movie as a base for the other movies it's giving them a good like basis to go off of, but it's disappointing because I want the movie to be good and not have to be like, oh, well, can't wait for another movie to come out that's better than this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And what I thought this movie was promising me a huge sprawling ape kingdom with a tyrannical ruler.
Not just some guy,
Not just some guy.
There's no proper sense of scale in this movie. Like there's no like ape societies. There's like two groups and they're both very small.
And very backwards, like very technologically backwards, considering where they are.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the most frustrating parts of this movie is that the end of it is Noah goes back home and then they just rebuild the village the exact same. There's no change.
No innovation.
Nothing happened in this movie.
No.
Nothing ever happened.
Net zero.
Nothing ever happened. Yeah. There was no change from beginning to end in the world, really. Other than Proxima Caesar and those guys are all in the ocean Yeah,
I mean,
swimming with the
it's
fucking
setting
fishes.
up.
they basically already were.
It's setting up for like, oh, the humans are gonna have a return to influence, and that's gonna be like a weird thing they have to navigate in the future.
I'm not here for humans.
I just don't understand what's the fucking point
Yeah,
of that.
it's
Yeah,
it's
is
called
that like
Planet of the Apes.
I want to see the monkey.
yeah, like
Not
they've
Planet of the
written
Humans.
themselves into a fucking corner now.
I
Where,
want
like,
to
now
see
you
them
gotta bring
introduce like
people back in a
Gibbon
big way,
characters.
but that's not what we want.
Yeah,
I
where
don't
are the
want people
gibbons? I
back.
wanted to see some gibbons.
Yeah, they have bonobos, gorillas, orangutan. Where's the gibbons? Folks,
I
where's
don't
the
want people
gibbons?
back in a big way. I want apes on sailing ships discovering the world again. I don't care.
Dude,
That would be
apes
so
with
cool.
boats?
That would be so
That
cool.
would have been crazy. It all
Like, I
takes
just
place
want
on
to
the
see
fucking
them
beach.
build society.
Yeah, that's what is cool about those original movies, because they're like, hey, what if apes built society? And what if because we're making a movie about apes building society, we can make their society fucked up in all the little ways we want to, and then talk about that. There
Yeah,
is
like, they
no
don't do that.
society. There's no
But
They
yeah,
society
don't do
in
it
that,
this
is.
movie.
and it's
No.
kind of, it kind of sucks because the original movies had shitty budgets and overall not the greatest movies ever, but they did put effort into building those big grandiose 1960s sets
Yeah.
where like they built the chimps
They
in the first
thought
movie
about
a whole city. They had a town that
Mhm.
they built that was unique. It was human but not quite, where the doors are shaped different and the windows are different and the materials they use are a little different than what we would use.
Yeah.
They don't do any of that here.
Yeah.
Here, let's build a fishing village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've added eagles.
Yeah.
Which is different than people because we use hawks or we use falcons. Like that's their like one thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they were like, and we were talking about world building earlier. Like the world building was like, I think it was like almost good enough. Where like, okay,
It has
these
potential.
chimps use birds. That's cool. Okay, there's a clan of chimps that use birds. They have a whole like hierarchy set up around their skill with birds. They have like a bonding process, which is very Avatar. It was
Yeah.
that the opening scene is just
Yeah, it did feel like
just a
they
scene
had
from the
just
original
Yeah, they
watched
use the
Avatar.
same. I think they use the same. Yeah, they use the exact same like CGI.
it's all the same. It's
Technology?
the same.
Yeah,
it's the same- it's the
set
same
piece.
stuff.
It's the same everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I,
And where they just like, and they're stealing eggs.
I will
Which we'll get
say
to in that
Stealing
opening
eggs.
scene, yeah.
is one last gripe that I think pulled the movie down is it's a forgettable score. The music is
Oh yeah.
I
no.
did not
coming
even
from
notice
Yeah.
Lore,
music in the
where
movie.
like there's like this really obvious piano motif that like eventually, like when it kicks in, you're like, oh, but like this doesn't have that. I feel like that's something that's also very neglected in blockbusters.
Yeah, a monkey score should go hard. Like
Yeah, like, have, like-
scores. Scores are so important. Like I've been listening because I'm fucking pumped as shit for Furiosa, so I've been re-listening to like the
Mhm.
Fury Road soundtrack,
Mhm.
and that has just like these war drums going, like
Yeah,
like electric guitar, like these, like it sounds like a fucking it sounds like the Four Horsemen of the fucking apocalypse. And like I could see that kind of sort of like a similar sort of thing being utilized for like the score for like one of these movies, because it would totally fit, and it's just like nothing.
you know what?
That's the thing. Like Proxima Caesar doesn't have like a theme. When
It
that
isn't a
man shows
theme.
up on screen, there's no like change to the sound design at all. He's just there and he shouts, "What a beautiful day!" And that's a hard line, great line. Nothing to support it though.
Yeah.
There's no scaffolding.
You know
around him
what?
at all.
It's a very empty feeling movie.
It's too
Mm.
empty. They needed to get George Miller to direct this fucking movie. He could have saved
Yeah,
it. He could have saved
Let
it.
this 80-year-old
Who is George Miller?
Australia. He's the Mad Max guy. Or you may
okay.
recognize him for appearing in Death Stranding. As
Yeah.
one
Oh
of
yeah.
Hideo Kojima's many celebrity friends.
Kojima recently saw Furiosa and said
Oh, he loved it.
he said George
the
Miller
moon.
is my god and Mad Max is my religion or something like that. Like some crazy
Okay, but
shit.
that's me talking about like Evangelion.
Yeah.
Like I Gabe recognized Gabe. I get it.
The thing is about this movie being empty is talk about earlier. Nothing happens in the movie. Proxima Caesar does nothing. He achieves nothing. And that's
There's no stakes.
There's no stakes, right? This is something
all the other movies have stakes. Like they're all gonna it's gonna end the world if something goes wrong.
Well, the stakes are that Noah needs to get his clan back.
Yeah, Noah needs to get his clan back.
But we're not attached to them.
We're not really attached to that. We don't like. Sure,
they don't spend enough time building it.
Like the movie opens with a scene where we're supposed to like learn about the culture, and they raise hawks, eagles, and that's they're trying to get eggs for like a coming of age ceremony, and but it's also because like the characters don't really work, that you also don't buy into what's supposed to be the stakes. Like when you are emotionally invested in a character, then their plot line, you automatically have stakes.
Yeah.
Because you're invested in it.
Yeah.
I think their best move is to time jump the next movie so we don't have to deal with these people.
Yeah.
I'll forgive them for time jumping one more time if they time jump to a point where all of these characters are dead.
Absolutely.
You know what though? One thing that I did like that was a bit of a payoff was, and I wish they took it even further and got because listen, I feel like movies don't really have an excuse anymore with the success of A24 and shit. You're allowed to get a little weird with it sometimes. You're you're allowed to get a little gross with it even. When at the end, when Proxima Caesar is getting torn apart by eagles, perfect opportunity to have a fucking
to get a little gross with it.
Yeah, have that
his eye out or something.
Yeah, have the eagle pick out his liver.
Oh my god,
Prometheus.
if it did an Oedipus kind of thing, they just pecked his eyes out, that would have been sick.
They should have fucking made Proxima Caesar Greek. Everything they did about him was Greek.
They could have done a Prometheus on him.
Right.
Chained him to the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like it's just a bunch of people who write these movies are scared to write a movie because they know they're not allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
Because they've got to get their military budget. The U.S.
military
got to sign off on their shit.
No,
because absolutely, it's got weapons in it. It's got weapons in it.
Yeah. I thought to my understanding the rule was if they want to use actual military
they do have tanks.
I'm not sure if it's specifically because
if the studio doesn't own it outright, it's on loan from the military,
or they got to go to a private collector, and that's super expensive. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't really stick around for the credits. I probably should have, just to see if there was thank you to the our friends in the U.S. Army. Which
that's another thing. I mean, we're gonna do a whole other thing, just talking about war, the trilogy, at a later time, but. One thing I like about war is that the U.S. military is the good guy. I mean, sorry, the bad guys. Jesus, the U.S. military is the bad guys in the movie, and they don't even preface it by saying oh, but the good parts of the military are coming back to get them. The people who show up aren't even a part of any recognizable military, and they're also psychopaths, and they all get killed by an avalanche. So I thought that was cool. But. With that being said, what we're really missing is that director Wes Ball's new Planet of the Apes film seems to have a whole lot to say about the white damsel in distress.
Oh, good, yes.
Oh God, help!
An article that just went through a wormhole from 2016.
Yeah, Huffington
Post.
Those people have never stopped writing the same story.
I was like, what fucking year is this? What fucking year is this, man?
I think the Huffington Post is just all these articles still. This is just all they post.
What Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes understands about white womanhood. I really wish it said white women, because that would have been really funny. But it says the thrilling new film portrays our blind trust in whiteness and neglects to challenge it, which the first opening paragraph says Donald Trump mentioned in the first paragraph, first of all, mentioned that 53% of white women voted for him, of course.
Yep, we know.
But yeah,
also,
I don't even know what this...
The thesis statement of this article, it does nothing to challenge that we shouldn't trust white womanhood. May is the bad guy. She betrays everybody.
She drowns a bunch of apes in the final act.
Yeah, she drowns multiple.
I feel like
Multitudes.
She
that's
shoots
why she's an
monkey.
interesting
She shoots a
character.
monkey. I mean, one of the bad monkeys, sure, but like,
She shot a monkey.
yeah,
I'm
she
here
shot
for the
a
monkeys.
monkey.
Where the fuck? It's been 300 years. Where the fuck she get this gray tank top from?
Yeah.
She went to
Got a
H&M.
I
fucking
was wondering that
Hanes,
the
yeah.
whole time. I was like, that's like a normal-ish tank top, you know? I don't know.
Like in all the other movies.
Yeah, that's like a Comstick or It's like fucking.
Yeah. It's like she ordered this on Shein pre-dirty. Like I don't understand.
yeah.
They still got Depop 300 years in the future.
Yeah.
The ending, this article, I'm just gonna like skim this. Okay, Kingdom of the Planet of the
Yeah.
Apes is thoughtful and horrifyingly accurate about how many young independent white women move through a world they think has done them wrong somehow. It shows how
Yeah, that's how
one
I've worked.
presumably powerless young white woman somehow still has the potential to help bring an entire planet of apes to its knees. But okay, that's like an
I can do that. I can do that. I have
but
that power. Damn.
the very last thing this article says is that brings us back to an earlier question that still weighs on the mind, does it? What if May were black or brown? Would she be the exception or the rule if we're considering a potentially evolved species? Like that's not what they were going for with this movie. Very
Is that
clearly.
racist?
I don't know. That seems like they. Why are
Listen.
they saying that?
May
Candace Frederick,
should be
what did you
white.
mean by this?
I think May should have been white.
Okay,
you know,
all right.
because listen, the movies have always been about race.
Have
They've
they?
always
Well,
been about. I feel
No,
the original ones.
That's at least the subtext.
There's
Yeah.
a
Well,
subtext.
the first one was about race. The second one was about the Cold War.
They start getting freaky with it.
Yeah, they start getting
freaky
freaky with it
after
after that. The third one's about
Um,
like abortion for some reason.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third one is kind of like about because Roe had was
Yeah.
like in the news when that movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
I need to. We need to impress upon you. In that movie, there is a scene where a full-grown man named like Von Evil or something unloads an entire clip into a baby chimpanzee.
He does. He bag dumps a chimp. A baby
Yeah.
chimp.
He takes a 38 special and just lets that thing bark.
no, I mean, literally the primary conflict of the third original Planet of the Apes movie is that they've traveled back in time and the U.S. government.
Cornelius and Zero.
Yeah,
the chimps.
the conflict
There's time travel. in
is
those
that
films.
the CIA wants to abort their baby. Is the primary conflict.
That's like the main plot device.
That's so stupid. It sounds amazing.
It is very. It's an amazing.
It was
it is
amazing.
kind of
It is an amazing series.
It was.
but
Oh, listen. Here's the thing. I know those movies are bad. I really like them a lot.
because they're just yeah, they're fun.
Battle and Conquest are like boringish.
Yeah.
But they're really fun movies. They're interesting movies.
Yeah, the first.
They did build a world across those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And even when even when the world building was like falling apart and not consistent, I didn't care because it was a freaky
because
little
it's a
world they were showing me.
phenomenon. You know this.
Yeah.
And
This
all
movie.
of those movies could stand on their own.
Well,
You could watch any one of those movies for the most
Well-
part and follow it.
Well, yeah, but it's also
It's
the
not
original
like-
movies eventually just became like a serial. Like, it might as well have been a television show at that point by the last two movies.
And they made a TV show.
Yeah.
They did do that.
They
yeah.
did make a TV show.
Of course they did.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I will say.
I mean, they made a
I
TV
don't
show
like- I
before
don't like
Disney
her
was
face.
doing this shit. They made a TV show
I
back
don't
in
like.
the 70s.
I don't
you know?
like New Nova's face.
I hate her face. She has
What's
the same
going on with
face
it?
as I don't know this actress's name, but she's the main female lead in The Americans.
Carrie Russell?
Yes, Carrie Russell. I hate a motherfucker who looks like Carrie Russell.
Damn,
I
what is she
need-
doing
Can
here?
I also just say they put the most? They kept doing this. They keep putting like.
Oh, Carrie Russell's in Dawn of the Planet of the
2013
Apes.
Snapchat light
Yes, she
skin,
is.
blue eye contacts on everybody. Nobody's eyes are this fucking blue. I just looked her
Yeah,
up.
he looks
She
like
got brown eyes. She has brown eyes. They gave her like crazy fucking blue eyes where she's just like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
The whole movie, and she's always like
there's
this.
Too many scary blue eyes. Everyone in this movie looks like that one picture of Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yes.
the VMAs.
It's deeply unsettling.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny.
Yeah.
Also, chimps don't get blue eyes.
Well, no, that's the thing is that like from the original movie, the virus makes their eyes green, and then Caesar's son is born with
Caesar's
blue
butt buddy.
eyes, and that's like
Yeah.
unique. But they don't explain why
But-
it's like a thing in this. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think-
and also they don't
yeah.
explain why they're all like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, these
Caesar
are-
was like a
they're
normal
big.
chimp height. Caesar was like a normal chimp height. These
Caesar's
they're all as
walking,
tall
like,
as she is.
Upright. They're not like doing like ooh ooh ooh. Like,
Yeah, but
hunched
he's
over.
still like he's not more than like 5'10". But here the monkeys are all much taller.
Yeah, I will
than
say
she is.
chimpanzees
And
are
like
very
even
short.
Proxima
standing up.
Caesar is a bonobo. He's even a little bit smaller than the chimps. He should be.
Mhm.
They
He's
don't
huge.
get taller. But he's gigantic.
Yeah.
Like they're
yeah,
the shoulders of gorillas, and they should not be.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Their scale was off. It was driving me crazy
Yeah,
the whole time.
it-
How scared would you be if you just saw like a monkey walking down the street like at like a guy?
I gotta say when
Like-
they did that publicity stunt where they had like the
Oh,
people
yeah,
in chimp
yeah,
costumes
yeah.
on Venice Beach, I wish I was there. That would be
That-
awesome.
It looks nuts. Like you're cracking a cold one with your like friend, and you turn around,
Yeah.
there's just like a bunch of chimps on fucking horseback.
Hell yeah.
But speaking of white women and chimps, not going any weird direction. I was working on a paper and I happened to come across in I think the American Journal of Primatology happened to be published in like the same exact like volume that I was reading. It was a story. First ever wild albino chimpanzee is spotted shortly after beaten to death by other chimps.
Oh no!
Which is, like,
they
it's
jumped
sad,
him because
but-
he's different.
They straight up saw a white chimp and beat it to death. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
Chimp jumped in gay city for refusing to twerk.
Yeah, literally.
But this article is still pissing me off even more now. Because she's talking about how this film has a nearly all-white cast, and no, the fuck it doesn't.
Oh, can I read
Like-
that? Can I read that paragraph specifically?
Okay.
Please,
yeah.
please do.
Yeah. And this is all in like in like
It's all in parentheses.
it's all in parentheses. So it's she's like leaning, she's like taking a break to lean in, like whisper behind her like hand. So she says, fascinatingly, Teague is white and McCone is black, which could imply that neither Ball nor Friedman took race into account. But within a franchise where each film has considered race and oppression in some way since the first one in 1968, which has a nearly all-white cast as Kingdom does, that would be unusual. Not impossible, but unusual just the same. And then the rest of this whole article reads like a bad student essay, essentially,
It
which
does,
is
yeah.
I imagine most of I believe
Most
it's just
of these
what the
concerns-
Huffington Post
Journalism is just that
publishes.
now.
That's just the Huffington Post now.
Yeah.
Oh, the funniest part is like if you scroll down to the very bottom of the article, there's like all in italics. The future of democracy is at stake. It's official. Donald Trump will face Joe Biden this fall in the presidential election. Please give us money so
So you
you
can churn out
fund-
more shit.
Literally,
Yeah.
they're just begging
What other
for money
articles has
off
this
of
lady written?
an election between two geriatric men.
Not to make this about current politics. What's up with the whole debate thing? They're not doing debates.
No,
Joe
they're
Biden's
we're
saying
doing
he's not
debate.
doing
We're
debates.
doing
June.
debates
No,
now.
they're doing a
They're
debate,
doing
yeah.
it in June, so
Yeah, they're
everybody
doing-
forgets how
yeah.
senile they all are by November.
Yeah.
I hope they challenge each other to like push ups.
Put Donald Trump on a stage. I want that man to perform for me.
No
That's-
way! This writer is crazy, dog. She's right. And I look at her other articles. She's
Wait.
complaining about white men and challengers. She's got.
Oh
Well, that-
Um,
God!
What,
She's
what
talking
are
about-
white men good for other than
They're mediocre in this.
This
and
is
that.
just
like
This is just
She's,
her whole grift.
She's talking about the Civil War movie that everybody knows is not good.
Ugh.
But she's talking about. She's just immediately paragraph 1, 2, 3, and 4 talking about the election.
Yeah, like that's the problem is that parenthetical paragraph, the entire like it would have been a more interesting article if like she acknowledged the fact that yeah, this film doesn't really have anything at all to say about race for some reason, or nothing really interesting to say, and like that seems like it would be like a more interesting article than like trying to like extrapolate what they clearly did not have like the creative vision for. You know what I mean? I don't know. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Because I feel like if you're going to make Proximus Caesar a character, you do need to make a movie about oppression, right?
Right,
If your
yeah.
main antagonist is the emperor of Chimp Rome or Ape Rome,
Yeah.
where are the like? Also, that's the
Why
thing.
haven't where are the slaves? Is that what you're about to say?
I was about to
Well,
say where are the slaves,
But they do
like-
they do have slaves though, to be
That's
fair.
the thing.
The opening
They
of the
do
vault.
the exact same thing they did in war.
Yeah, that was
where
also
like Woody Harrelson captures the apes and then makes them build a wall, which is funny. And then
very funny considering the year it was released in 2017.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually very
And then
funny.
Yeah, no, I know it's a Pink Floyd The Wall reference, obviously.
Yeah.
this movie has no imagination about anything because Proximus just wants his little apes to break a wall now, to open a wall.
Yeah.
He wasn't even like crazy evil about it like Woody Harrelson was, you know?
No.
Like he was just like, oh well, we'll try it again tomorrow.
Hold
you
on,
know?
that was still slavery. he
Well,
kidnapped those
no,
people.
No, I know, but he wasn't like over the top.
Yeah,
like...
Woody Harrelson was camp. He was camp. He was evil.
Mhm.
He showed up at a stealth ops mission and shot
he's
Caesar's wife and
cartoonishly
child.
evil. He's a
Yeah.
cartoonishly evil.
Yeah.
He repelled away after killing his
Yeah.
wife and child.
Yeah.
You know, that was
And
he has some
he
sauce.
struck mute at the end of that fucking movie. Puts the gun Caesar's holding to his head, and Caesar's just like, because he's a badass motherfucker, just drops the gun. He's like, "No, you do it yourself, fucking bitch."
Yeah, no, that was now this is just making me want to watch War again is the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
better movie.
This is a
Better
movie
movies.
that makes me want a better movie. And that's the main problem. Like it's a solid enough movie. It's reliable mid. It's it'd be fun to watch at like a I don't know, like in an airplane or something, you know. But
yeah, I guess.
it's just not
Sure.
like bold enough. Which
Yeah.
speaking of which, when I first realized this might be a problem was halfway through the movie, I heard snoring and realized the guy next to me was just fully asleep.
Yeah.
I like looked at Chandra and I was like, "Oh god," which like, it's not to say
Also,
this is
I
like
think that dude just snuck. He just like snuck in. He just came in.
yeah, he might have
walked
had
in like
something else
halfway
going
through
on.
the movie, and then he just passed out in the theater.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a
It's
boring movie.
It's not bad. It's just it leaves you wanting more, and that's
Can
bad.
Can I recommend a movie?
Yeah.
Can I devilishly, because this is we're talking about monkey movies. I'm gonna just because I'm not gonna have the opportunity to probably recommend this movie anywhere else. I want to recommend a movie by Nagisa Oshima, the famous Japanese director of like Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, that fucking guy. He did a movie called Max My Love, which to describe it in one sentence is the movie Possession with a chimpanzee, and everyone just ends up being fucking cool with it. Charlotte Rampling, the what is it? The Reverend Mother from Dune. Yeah, she's knocking boots with a chimp in that movie.
What the fuck?
For her.
Go look it up. Look up Max My Love in your Google browser and just take a look at some of the screenshots. You're gonna thank me.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
No way.
Whoa.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
I
This
love
is
this
awesome.
It's crazy.
intimate.
It's
This
crazy.
chimp holding her by the neck,
She's fucking that
leading in
chimp.
for a yeah.
Yeah,
She's fucking that. She
is.
leaves her. She cucks her husband for a chimp, and she builds like a room for him. She's like, see this. Her husband like comes back from somewhere, and she's like, yeah, this chimp's just like moved and we got like a fuck nest going, and he just has to go to like therapy and fucking deal with it, and that's the movie.
Awesome. That's fucking
That's
awesome.
fucking nutty.
We should have been
It's
watching
literally
this
a
the
guy
whole
in a
time.
chimp suit.
Hey, monkey movie mania.
Monkey movie
we
magic.
be watching monkey movies all the time.
You holding a gun?
I was part of what made this movie a little bit lackluster for me was also that the very last movie I saw
She wasn't
right
fucking the chimp.
well, yeah, that, but the very last movie I saw right before this was Zone of Interest. And so like
Oh,
going
yeah.
from that into this, it's like, oh well, this is not like this is
You were still like staring into the existential void. Of,
Yeah,
like,
no, 'cause it's
the
like-
true human capacity for fucking evil.
Yeah, like that's a movie that gives you something to think about. This gives you
This
something
movie
to
gave me
think about.
COVID
but,
48
like,
hours later.
Yeah.
It was deeply evil fucking movie. I loved it. Perfect movie.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll watch it again. It made me like physically ill.
Yeah. Which speaking of COVID, it is funny that they've had to tone down a little bit the manufactured virus thing because like it
Yeah, that's really a factor. They just kind of
Like,
mentioned
it
that.
was-
yeah,
Can't
she
talk
just-
about it anymore.
Yeah.
It was the whole basis for the second movie. Like there's even a bit in the intro where this guy's like, I think it was leaked from a lab. It's like, oh, that didn't age well at all. You can't do
Yeah.
that anymore.
No, that's the thing I wanted to see the most, honestly. I wanted them to do some like
Really
Wuhan
lean
virus
into it.
shit,
Yeah,
know?
some
yeah. I
QAnon
wanted
shit.
something crazy to go. To
No,
happen.
sorry, that didn't make you pass the writers' room. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, somebody had to pitch it, and then I understand why it got shot down. They should have thought about it a little bit longer.
It would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monkey
Are there
movie,
any
man.
more? Are there any more Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes thoughts? I feel like we've.
They
I
gotta
think
stop
we
making these
adequately
goddamn
eviscerated.
movies.
No, they
Yeah,
got to keep
that's
making
right,
these
we're
movies
alright.
forever. They should never
They
stop
will.
making them. I think
They
they should
will. They're
go
not gonna
forever.
stop.
I think they're making like
They could
9
make
more
a-
or something.
The
'cause-
limited series will be arriving on
Oh!
Disney Plus in 2027.
Prestige. I think a prestige television series would do better.
Speaking of that, the one thing
No.
we didn't mention was this is the first like Kingdom or Planet of the Apes movie since Fox was acquired by Disney. So this is the first like this is a
shit.
That
this is a
explains the
Disney movie.
complete and utter lack of grittiness
There we
or
go,
anything
yeah,
that's not just
exactly.
colorful pastiche.
Yeah,
Bob Iger, you've done it again.
I
Absolute
think
mid.
that's got to be at least like 70% of the problem here. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disney can't make good movies anymore.
Nope.
What's the last good Disney movie?
I don't know.
Tangled?
Maybe Yeah, my mind was reaching for Tangled.
Wait, did
but-
Princess and the Frog come out after Tangled?
No, that was before. That was like their
Okay, then
last. That was
Tangled.
the last time they did 2D, and then no one saw it, and they were like, "All right, we're throwing that in the fucking garbage." I'll
That
see
movie
you
is so
from
good.
from now
It's
on."
one of
It's
the
such
best
a good
Disney
one.
movies.
Tangled was good. Is there any
I
other
haven't seen
ones?
it
I've
in
heard.
years, but I remember it being charming.
They just started remaking movies after Tangled.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
no,
yeah,
they're
let's
all
do
just
The
doing
Lion
live
King,
action.
but with a horrible fucking terror. It's just gonna be bad.
Don't worry, Barry Jenkins
Aladdin.
is making the new one, which is so depressing.
Oh, they did do Aladdin. You know what they could actually pull off because it's all regular fucking people already? It was like Mulan. I'd watch.
They
a
already
live
did
action.
that.
Oh, they
They did-
did.
they
already
already
did
did
that.
that.
They
It was
did that.
bad.
It wasn't good.
It was bad.
It was so bad I
Sorry.
forgot it existed and I asked them
Yeah.
to do it again.
They could do it a second time.
Try again.
Yeah, try that one
We
again.
could try again.
Run it back.
Make a
They
really
just
live
lock
quick.
it
action
in the
version of
Disney Vault.
Mulan 2.
Yeah.
They could do. They haven't done live action Snow White yet. Oh, no,
They
did.
just shot it and it looks horrible.
Ah.
Yeah.
Look at a screenshot of it.
Yeah,
They
go
got,
look
like,
that one up,
CGI
folks
dwarves,
at
and it looks
home.
fucking disgusting.
Oh.
Well, they did.
Gross.
What that fucking live action one they did with Angelina Jolie? That was good.
Maleficent.
Maleficent was good.
I haven't
see
seen it.
it.
I heard it was okay. It's
What
one of
about
the
the
better
one
ones.
with the girl? This might be Maleficent. With the Prince Charming, she falls out of cartoon world.
Enchanted.
It's like Amy
Enchanted.
Adams.
Or
Oh, yeah,
Enchanted.
Enchanted.
Yeah,
Enchanted?
No,
That was
Disenchanted
good.
is this. Disenchanted is the
It's like the
animated
Disney
show,
TV show, I think.
Yeah.
no, I don't
Disenchanted
know.
is the Family Guy version.
Oh no, that's the
Yeah.
Matt Growing Eric Andre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She don't look like Snow White. What is this?
I will say
Enchanted was fun.
the main
Why do they all look like this? Why are
Exactly. They look disgusting. Gross.
Why are they so?
It looks like a Robert
Why are they
Zemeckis
so
movie.
not real looking? What the fuck?
Because
is
they
this?
can't offend smaller stature people.
Oh, hold on. It says Disney cancels live action Snow White movie.
No, they just shot it with Rachel. What's her name? Rachel Ziegler.
Yeah, it says it was
Rachel
canceled
Ziegler.
in like August.
No way. They're writing that off as no way.
They love the
You're
write-off
telling me now
these
just for the
Tax
first
write-off?
time.
I believe so. Is that Peter Dinklage? I thought he said he would never do something like this.
Oh, hold on. After horrific on-set death,
Oh my god!
What?
this was posted
Wait, I'm seeing
today.
this now.
What?
Rachel Ziegler issues statement after horrific on-set
Oh
death.
my god!
What the fuck happened on the set of this?
Oh, no, this is a set of
Oh.
911.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, what does
okay.
that have to do with Snow White then?
It doesn't.
What?
They just
It
said
doesn't.
Disney Snow White star Rachel Ziegler.
Oh,
issue.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They wanted you to
Wait,
click
is it
on
canceled or not?
I don't think it's canceled, Greg. I'm sorry to tell you.
The
but
one thing
I'm not seeing this.
The one thing I take solace in is that they didn't make it like an HBO Max like streaming show. Although honestly, HBO probably would have done better.
I really appreciate IMDb's article on this that says, no, they didn't cancel it because when Disney finds a trend that makes money, they'll run it into the fucking ground.
Yeah, that's true.
Real.
Yeah,
Like,
Disney will need to
they
be
did
brought
Beauty
to
and the Beast
knees.
too, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
they? And The Little
they-
Mermaid?
And Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Dumbo?
Yeah, by Tim
I
Burton.
forgot about Dumbo.
Are they just like pissing these out every year?
Yeah.
None of them could be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's watching
they-
No
it.
one's
that's literally what
talking
they're
about
doing.
them. No one's thinking about them. No one's seen them.
And Marvelous will.
Um,
I'm just gonna put this statement out here. Marvelous or the Death of Cinema will never do a live action Disney movie. If you recommend that shit to us, we're allowed to shoot you on site.
You should do
Get
The
out of here.
Lion King.
No.
You're gonna use their Patreon address to send a bomb to their
I'm gonna draw.
Also, did you see they're making a fucking prequel to The Lion King?
Yeah, Barry Jenkins is directing it.
I don't understand.
What the
You can't
fuck?
make a Mufasa movie. The point is that he's the god figure. I don't want to see him overcome something. He's already there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So depressing.
And can we just let James Earl Jones die? He's 100 fucking years old.
Release
Let
him
them
from
run
this
the
mortal
show.
coil.
Let the
Can
man
we stop
retire.
making him do voice acting, please?
It's like have you heard like what the Simpsons
He's 93.
Have you heard what the Simpsons voice actors sound like now? How they're just like their voices are
Yeah.
just
He's
terrible.
too
and
old to play Burns.
Yeah. Just very sad to hear.
James Earl Jones was born in 1931. He can stop now.
Oh my!
has made
He
all
was
his
born
money.
before the original Snow White came out.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they're
Brother, he was
He was
born.
for the original King Kong, I think. Was King Kong 31 or 32?
without.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Original King Kong.
I thought King Kong came
1933.
out. Oh.
He's older
Yeah.
than King Kong.
Let him retire.
When did
Let him die. Let him
when
go.
did the Wizard of Oz come out?
39.
That's
He's older than Wizard of Oz
crazy.
easily.
He was old enough
He's
to
older
go
than
see it as
modern
a
He's
cinema.
old enough
child.
to see it
he's,
as a child,
yeah,
yeah.
he's literally older than
He saw it in the theater for a nickel.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy.
He was old enough to remember when they used to call the movies the pictures, like he's fucking Pearl.
The moving pictures.
I want to go to the
oh my
pictures.
god, he's been old for so long. He was like old in Field of Dreams.
He was old in the fucking Sandlot. Like,
Yeah, he was old in The Lion King.
Permanently old
Now he's
man.
gonna play young Mufasa, which is
Oh
an
my God,
evil
his-
thing to
his
say.
parents-
Young Mufasa.
His parents have clickable. Oh wait, his dad was famous,
What did he do?
and he lived forever. James Earl Jones's father was born in 1910 and did not die until 2006.
Yeah,
He was
you got
it was
strong
a
genes.
prominent American actor and boxer. He was one of the first black film stars.
Huh. They were probably making him take very bad roles, but
No way. I'm learning so much right now about James.
all
Earl
right. Well, on
Jones'
that note,
life.
though, should we wrap up? I don't know.
yeah.
All
sure.
right,
I
well-
don't have anything else to add to the. I gave y'all an alternative monkey movie to watch,
Which
Good
we
luck.
will be
There we
doing.
we absolutely will force everyone to watch this.
Oh, Chandra, I
When,
think
when
you're.
you do, let me know what you think.
Max wanted more. Anyway,
Yeah.
everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this very special episode.
Check out Marvelous or the Death of Cinema.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
When will this episode go up? Because we got a new Episode coming Thursday.
Probably the next couple days.
I'm gonna
Yeah, go
whenever I
we're-
can finish
we're
it.
talking about Train to Busan. We're attempting an international
Ooh.
blockbuster, and
Ooh.
next week on our Patreon we're doing fucking Showgirls. Fuck it, we ball. We're talking Showgirls, baby.
Yeah,
I'm no me
we'll
fucking
link that.
Malone.
We'll link the pod and the Patreon in the description. But other than that, I don't have anything to plug beyond.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, I I also have a Patreon, and listen, I need money. I need money right now, dude. My professor's trying to take me to Thailand to research gibbons in the forest, which is cool,
Aw.
but like plane tickets are expensive. Anyways, but yeah, no, consider it. Consider subscribing to both at the same time, even.
Yeah, you get good content from both of us.
With that being said, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming on, and
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I
Yeah.
had a great time talking monkey.
Thank
Very
you.
fun. But yeah, oh yeah, we'll have to do something like this again. There's more monkey Marvel related things to talk about. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a monkey shows up in a Marvel movie.
We could have done King Kong.
there's also the Marvel Comics Planet of the Apes series, which I have one of the issues of.
Oh yeah, Cole would be a great person to talk about that because Cole's
Yeah.
the comic book person. I'm more the movies lady, and yeah, but yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Cole has actually read all of those like Planet
Yeah.
of the Apes comics. It wouldn't shock me.
All right, yeah. Well, with that being said,
Hell yeah.
we'll see you all
Thank
next
you guys
time.
so much for listening
Thank
to this
you.
episode, folks.
We never know how to sign off, but see ya.
We're never good at it. We just
Bye.
trail
Bye.
off.
Bye bye.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.